Buying cologne can be expensive. Same with perfumes. So today, I'm going to go over a tried and true way to help you find your signature scent without costing you a fortune. I'm Bill Sweet and welcome to the Dad Bod. When you buy a new car, you take it out for a test drive to see if it's right for you. When you buy clothing, you try them on to see if you like it and to see if it fits you properly. So why do people buy expensive bottles of cologne without knowing if it's even going to work for them? Honestly, I don't know, but I've come up with a way for you to find your signature scent, the scent that you're going to love and that compliments you without having to go through bottle after bottle of expensive cologne. Step one is to find out what kind of fragrances you prefer. You're going to want to find out what kinds of fragrances you like because you're the one that's going to be smelling it all day long. If you don't like it, then there's no point in even wearing it. Colognes are going to help you stand out better, and wearing the right fragrance is going to help you build your confidence. Wearing a cologne that you don't like is actually going to do the opposite. It's going to make you self-conscious, and it's going to lower your confidence level. So that's why it's very important that you like what you're wearing. Also, your body is naturally going to attract you to the types of fragrances that it's going to work best with your natural scent. Everybody has a natural scent. Basically, it's our own body's pheromones, which is a combination of genetics, your lifestyle, what you eat, and what you drink. When you're wearing a cologne, it combines with your natural scent, which is why different fragrances are going to smell different on different people. Similar, but different. Have you ever smelled somebody else's cologne? You loved it, you bought it, and then when you tried it on you, it just didn't smell exactly the same? This is the reason why. So you need to try out different fragrances to find out which colognes you like the best. And then you're going to want to try them on yourself to find out which colognes are going to work best with your natural scent. This can get a bit pricey, especially if you're buying full-size bottles, so hold off on that for now. And this is also where people would usually go to their local mall to smell the different colognes on that little piece of paper. I wouldn't recommend starting here. First off, you're smelling it on a piece of paper. You don't know how it's going to smell when it mixes with your natural scent. You may end up buying something that smells good on paper, but not as much on you, especially if the clerk spends a good amount of time helping you. I know I'd feel guilty wasting their time and then just leaving. You could end up spending a good $100 on a single bottle of cologne that you never end up using and it just sits on a shelf collecting dust. And if the sales clerk is cute, you could end up spending a few $100. Instead, a more affordable option is to use something like Nitro Musk's Stubbies Pack. They have several different collections that you can choose from, and you get 12 different imitation fragrances for about $36. Imitation meaning that they try to make theirs smell as close as they can to the popular and often high-priced fragrances. Also shop around because sometimes the Stubbies packs are cheaper on Amazon and sometimes they're cheaper on the Nitro Musk website. Plus, they usually throw in 1 or 2 additional fragrances for free. They're pretty cool like that. I found this to be a great way to learn about what kinds of notes or cologne ingredients that you like and which ones are going to work best for you. Maybe you prefer a more citrusy scent or a metallic or a floral. Whatever it is, you can figure it out quickly, easily, and affordably. Smell the different fragrances. Not one right after the other. You want to give time for your palate to cleanse in between each of them. And take the ones that you like the best and put them aside. Then once you're finished, look on the Nitro Musk website or the booklet that comes with it to find out the name of the fragrance because they're actually listed by a number. And then go online to find out what kinds of ingredients each of those fragrances have in common. Now, this would be a good time to answer a commonly asked question: how many fragrances should you own? This is a personal choice and it can change. Some people can't afford to have a dozen or even a half dozen different colognes to choose from. You may be better with just 2, one for summer and one for winter, or one for work and then one for going out. If you can, you really want at least 2. You want something for during the day that says, "Look at me, I'm the man." And then you want something for the evenings that says, "Hey, how you doing?" Or you might be somebody that starts with 1 or 2 and then eventually over time grows their collection. It's completely up to you. But at this point, you're going to want to separate your fragrances up. This group may be a more citrusy group and this one is more floral, or this group is more of a work scent while this group is more of a club scent, date night, or a movie night scent. Within each group, look at the notes for the different fragrances to find out which notes are showing up more within that group. It could be that this group right here is your daytime group and it tends to be more of a floral scent. That's going to tell you which fragrance notes to focus on. Now, me personally, I tend to like the more citrusy or the pineapple types for work, and then more of a sweet and woody scent for evenings or cooler weather. This brings us to step 2. Now that you've picked out a few options that you really like, it's time to try them on and see how they mesh with your natural scent. Give each one a few days, or make a game out of it. Put one on one wrist, one on the other. Ask people to tell you which one they prefer. If there's somebody that you're crushing on, it's a great conversation starter. And if you're already with somebody, get them involved. You want to make sure that they like it as well, because scent is a powerful thing. Think about the last time you went past a Chinese food restaurant or a steakhouse. Most of the time you can smell the food from a good block away and you instantly crave it. Last weekend, I woke up craving bacon. Guess what we had for breakfast? Bacon. After breakfast, I had to run some errands and I saw that the firehouse a little ways from my house was cooking breakfast outside, and the wind was sending that sweet aroma throughout the whole neighborhood. Most of my neighbors also had bacon for breakfast that morning. Now, before we get to step 3, I just want to note that this video isn't sponsored by anybody. There's no affiliate links, no commercial break, nobody giving me an incentive to suggest anybody's products. The reason why I'm suggesting these companies is because after years of trying out different colognes and different products, I realized I was just wasting a lot of money. So I wanted to put together a way for people to do this more affordably. If you appreciate this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because this channel has so many videos which are going to help to show you how to find the things that you need to elevate your style without breaking the bank and without wasting money. Things like affordable suit reviews, higher quality made-to-measure suit reviews, online clothing reviews, subscription box reviews, and then style tips and tricks for wearing the things that you own. Step 3 is where you're going to want to try out similar fragrances with similar notes. And this is where I would recommend something like Scentbird or Micro Perfume. Micro Perfume allows you to look for colognes that are based on the similar notes and then buy samples of them. That way you're only spending $5, $10, $15 for samples instead of buying full-size bottles at full price. Scentbird does kind of the same thing as a monthly subscription. You make a list of the fragrances and scents that you want, and each month, depending on which subscription tier you sign up for, they'll send you 1 or 2 per month. And these usually give you a good 30-day supply. That should be enough time to really see how the cologne makes you feel, and it answers the questions that you need answering for the cologne, such as, do you feel more confident wearing it? Do you still enjoy how the scent works when it's mixed with your natural scent? And are you getting the compliments that you want while wearing it? Then, once you've decided on the cologne or colognes that you really like, they work with your natural scent, you get compliments while wearing it, you feel more confident while wearing it, then it's time to move on to step 4. One would think that this is where you would buy a full-size bottle, but one could be wrong. Let's say that you've decided on Aventus by Creed. Well, not everybody can afford to spend $300 or $400 on this, or even something like Acqua di Gio, which is about $100. This is where you would determine how much you can afford. If you can afford the name brand stuff and you want to buy them, go right ahead. If you really like the fragrance, but you don't want to spend the huge prices, this is where I would recommend looking into colognes that are clones of or inspired by the fragrance that you like. Oftentimes you can get these for more like $40 or $50, and some of these are so close to the real thing that even professional fragrance connoisseurs can't even tell the difference. 2 of my favorite fragrances are Aventus by Creed and Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. And a company called Pete and Pedro made their versions, which are inspired by colognes, called Villain and Rebel. If you're not familiar with Pete and Pedro, it's a company that was founded by the YouTube channel Alpha M. Another company that makes really good clones of popular clones is called Dossier, and I've got a few of their fragrances as well. So now that you're on your way to smelling your best, check out these videos right here showing you many of the different subscription boxes that you can get to save money while upgrading your wardrobe and accessories, and I'll see you there.